tonight?
I was dealing with this. Throughout my whole. Well, I had people jealous of me throughout my whole career before a professional.
I had the mind Tank. Floyd is Floyd, but you're Gervonta Davis.
That's right.
I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like
he was going at me. He was going.
Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis got angry with each other, turning their friendship into a full-on fight. The boxing legend and his former student are becoming more and more angry with each other, as shown by their heated exchange at a recent press meeting. In the heated argument, Mayweather talked about feelings of envy, saying that it was something he had dealt with all through his career and was a necessary part of the game. This ongoing fight shows how tough their relationship has become and shows that the bond between a great boxer and his former star pupil is not an easy one.
I was dealing with this. Throughout my whole. Well, I had people jealous of me throughout my whole career before a professional. Jealousy comes with the territory. I sell an arena out every time, and I say to myself, y'all people not tired? Y'all done been here 50. We done sold the arena out 50 times, and y'all keep coming up short. We could do it 50 more times. Y'all gonna keep coming up short. What's meant to be in life is meant to be. And Cruz, and as far as what Cruz would take, he know he didn't win. No, he didn't win at all. And if Tank really would have lost the fight, I would have said he lost. And of course, we in this California. This is Mexico. So, I mean, he's fighting.
In his anger, Gervonta Davis said that many people did not understand what Floyd Mayweather really meant by what he said and did. He made it sound like Floyd might be lying to him behind his back and working against him while putting on a good show in public. Tank said that Mayweather's moves were planned and that even though he was often seen as a guide, there were problems going on behind the scenes. He insisted that Floyd was not always looking out for his best interests, even though it seemed like he was. It was clear that their relationship had changed, and Davis made it sound like Mayweather was working in ways that the public couldn't see. He wanted everyone to know what his real goals were.
Gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's weird. I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
It's exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
There has been trouble between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis for a long time. On the other hand, things got very heated over very personal problems, especially those involving Mayweather's daughter Yaya. What started out as a close friendship between a teacher and a student turned into a full-on fight, which led to their breakup. Davis was once a rising star under Floyd Mayweather's management. Mayweather helped Davis both in the ring and with his business choices. Nevertheless, as time went on, anger grew. Tank felt trapped by Mayweather's power, and he didn't like how involved Floyd was in his business choices. When Tank was linked to Yaya Mayweather, who was in a public relationship with rapper NBA Youngboy, things got worse for him. Floyd is known for being very protective of his daughter, and this supposed short connection made him mad. It made things worse between the two fighters, separating them.
They see solid relationships end due to a female, man. They've started multiple wars. There's a reason why a lot of men are locked up right now. There's a reason why a lot of men are in that grave right now. I believe in this case, we don't know all the details, but I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that Tank smashed Floyd's daughter. Tank went ahead and smashed Floyd's daughter on this one and sullied the relationship. It was done after that. But there had to be a reason why he went ahead and went that route. And I think he went that route because there wasn't enough money coming in. And Tank probably thought that it was going to be better than it was early on. So we said, you know what? Hey, she throwing it at me. Let me go ahead and do what I do. And from that instance, Floyd said, hey, you got the game up. I'm about to let you really know how it is. You about to go up against a real go-getter, a real headhunter.
The history of this fight makes it more intense. Floyd was the main reason Tank's career took off, making him one of the best possibilities in boxing. He led Tank, gave him chances, and gave him a stage, which helped him become famous and well-known. But over time, their friendship got worse. After their public fight, Tank broke up with Mayweather Promotions, criticizing Floyd's way of managing his career and saying he wanted to run his own business. Both have gone on with their careers, but the strain is still there. Floyd is very proud and has great business sense. He no longer sees Tank as his student, and Tank tries to stay away from Floyd's shadow. Their relationship, which used to be very close, is now broken, showing that in boxing, personal fights can ruin even the strongest business ties.
Relationships end due to a female, man. They've started multiple wars. They're a reason why a lot of men are locked up right now. They're a reason why a lot of men are in that grave right now. I believe in this case, we don't know all the details, but I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that Tank smashed Floyd's daughter. Tank went ahead and smashed Floyd's daughter on this one and sullied the relationship. It was done after that. But there had to be a reason why he went ahead and went that route. And I think he went that route because there wasn't enough money coming in. And Tank probably thought that it was going to be better than it was early on. So we said, you know what? Hey, she throwing it at me. Let me go ahead and do what I do. And from that instance, Floyd said, hey, you got the game up. I'm about to let you really know how it is. You about to go up against a real go-getter, a real headhunter.
Gervonta Davis has become a fighting superstar, and now everyone who helped him get there is stepping forward to claim their part in his success. Former world champion Adrian Broner was one of Tank's early supporters. He recently told fans that he was the one who first brought Davis to the gym. Broner says that Floyd Mayweather noticed him because of his introduction, and Mayweather then promoted and coached Tank. According to Broner, Floyd is still aware of his role and often says, "You gave me a good one." Even though they didn't always agree, Broner stressed how important he was to Tank's job growth. He says Davis is like a little brother who is proud of Tank's achievements and promises to always be there for him. Tank has had an amazing meteoric rise to fame. Many people have helped him get there, but Broner is determined that his influence will not be ignored. It doesn't matter if Davis officially recognizes Broner. He is proud of his protege's achievements and will always think of Tank as family.
You can relate to it?
I can relate, and to be honest, I'm the reason he got signed to the team.
That's a true story.
Explain that. Why? How did that happen?
I brought him to the gym with an AB shirt on.
True story.
But I didn't have everything right yet. You know, everything wasn't moving yet. You know, I was a little slow on my feet. So I gave him the floor. And every time we bring it up, Floyd like, "Thank you, AB. You gave me a good one."
Does that feel like a win for About Billions Promotions as well?
Of course, of course. Because at the end of the day, I don't care who promotes Gervonta Davis. I'm still gonna support him. Same way. You know, he's a little brother to me.
Tank been around us since he was like 17, 16. Adrian was already famous on TV and everything. We wrote him on the internet.
Adrian Broner says that Gervonta Tank Davis is a very talented person. We are praising his unique mix of strength, speed, and ring smarts. It seems to him that Tank has what it takes to beat the lightweight class and any enemy that stands in his way. Broner talks about how the fighter has been making steady progress over time and says that his success is due to his drive and hard work. He thinks that no other lightweight has the same skills as Tank. Broner thinks Tank is a well-rounded fighter who has shown himself time and time again at the top levels of the sport. He also thinks Tank's reign in the division is far from over. His power is only going to get stronger.
Tank got the skills to beat anybody, and he was blessed. He was blessed with the power to hurt anybody if he lands with a solid punch. But I don't think he should go mess with no 147 pounder. no time soon. With the skills he got, he could beat anybody. But my opinion, I think he got enough on his plate at 135 pounds with the Shakurs, Ryan Garcias, Devin Haney's,
Frank Martin now.
Frank Martin, who's going to be a big name, a good name. And he should just focus on that.
Teofimo,
who's still one of the best lightweights out there. Even with people, talking shit about him. I tell fighters, every fight isn't going to be a hands down amazing performance. But as long as you get by, as long as you get the victory and get to the next one, that's all that matters, man. Teofimo is a great talent. He's a good dude, and it's a lot of talent at 135 pounds. And I think Tank should just clean all of that up. Worried about cleaning all of that up, one at a time, and then jump to 140 pounds.
Him and Regis right now for the belt.
Yeah, for sure.
Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta "Tank" Davis have always had a business relationship rather than a personal one. Floyd unquestionably helped Tank grow through Mayweather events, but many people say that his help was more about making money than really helping Tank. Floyd's feelings toward Tank seem to have changed now that he is on his own, which suggests that making money may have been the main reason. When Floyd was in charge of Tank, tensions were obvious. Tank often said bad things about how his job was being handled. Even though he got a lot of praise from the public, Floyd never seemed fully committed to building a strong personal bond. Floyd's support dropped a lot when Tank chose to go his own way. This brings up an important question. Floyd claimed to care about Tank's progress, but did he really? Or was he only interested in making money? Mayweather would have helped Tank even after he quit the promotion if he cared about him more than just business. Instead, his distant reaction shows that he was only interested in getting power and money. Tank was able to take full control of his career because he was independent, showing that he no longer needed Floyd to succeed. Most likely, Floyd's lack of excitement is because he no longer benefits from Tank's wins. At the end of the day, the case shows that Floyd's connection with Tank was based on business rather than mentoring. And since the money isn't coming in anymore, he's less interested and less willing to help.
His boy. You think Tank was happy you think Floyd was happy that Tank left?
Can that fight happen for the right now?
Floyd was there at Ryan Garcia and Tank fight for Tank? Floyd loves him. Floyd is gonna promote himself. That's why Floyd came out with them damn chains and his $20 million watch. Y'all gotta really think about what...
Calvin Ford, who has been Gervonta "Tank" Davis's mentor and teacher for a long time, has always stressed how important it is to surround yourself with trustworthy people when dealing with problems in life and in boxing. Ford often told Tank that he is his own person, even though Floyd Mayweather is without a doubt a superstar. He told him, "Floyd is Floyd, but you are Gervonta Davis," a lesson that was very important in shaping Tank's view of the world. Ford also said that Floyd knew how important it was for Tank to make a name for himself without the influence of his old manager. He talked about times when Tank was confused by how Ford talked to Floyd. This emphasized the idea that Tank needed to fully accept his role instead of just being seen as Mayweather's student.
Floyd, but you're Gervonta Davis.
That's right.
Distinguish the two.
Yes.
And me and Floyd used to go to, I said, he's not you, Floyd, he's Tank.
That's right.
And Tank used to look at me like, yo, he talking to Floyd like that?
That's right.
Floyd understood that it was certain things that I had to give to him as well as what he was giving to him.
That's right.
To make that balance, to make the car drive
That's
smooth.
Right. That's right.
And it worked, you know what I'm saying? And I told Floyd, like, he's growing into being his own man. You know, respect the talent.
Respect the talent.
Respect the talent. And we see what he's growing to, you know? So that's why when people talk, I say, I can't take shit away from Floyd.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because his body of work of being there and nurturing us through them waters and whatnot.
That's right.
He's been there where we haven't.
That's right.
You know? But when it came to raising him in this ring,
Calvin Ford said that Tank Davis learned a lot from what he and Floyd Mayweather taught him. He called it a delicate balancing act. Mayweather taught Tank lessons from his famous career, while Ford gave Tank advice from a different point of view that helped him become a boxer who could stand on his own. Ford made it clear that recognizing Floyd's role did not make him less involved, saying, "I can't take anything away from Floyd. His body of work was huge, and the way he led us through those waves was even bigger." Ford, on the other hand, knew what to do to help Tank grow up on his own when it came to helping him with his personal journey. Ford finally made it clear that Tank had to find his own way. Floyd's help with coaching was important, but Tank's commitment and hard work are what made him so successful now.
Signed with Floyd, we fast forward a little bit, signed with Floyd. Floyd puts Tank in the position to fight Pedraza. A lot of people were saying that was like, that was a setup fight, so forth and so on. Tank goes in there. What's your thoughts going into that fight? Like, oh, listen, this is Pedraza, undefeated champion.
Well, I understood the whole thing. Floyd understood the thing. Well, you'll see it in our documentary.
Yeah.
But when Floyd was trying to, because he was trying to fight a lot of guys that was champions. You know what I'm saying? And the guys that he was putting in front of us, they lost their belts. And then when the situation came about when Tank had to fight for, we had no choice but to fight Pedraza. And that was a hard fight. He was undefeated. He was an Olympian, and he was on the road, And when Tank went in there and put on that performance that night, it was unreal. It was unreal. And that's the fight that I always put in my thoughts.
Floyd Mayweather has always done well in public. He is still looking for the attention that made him famous even though he is off the grid. Instead of fully accepting the new generation, many people think he is still having trouble letting go of his role as boxing's main draw. Floyd doesn't seem to be able to accept that the attention is moving on to Gervonta "Tank" Davis now that Davis is a superstar. He seems to be working hard to remember his legacy.
You a hell of a fighter, bro. You undefeated. But let these young niggas shine, bro. And your daughter still chose wrong. You get what I'm saying? So that shit crazy. People with power, with money, think that they money saved them from the world, but like, nah, bro, you do fucked up shiesty shit, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck how much money you got, bro. I never look at you the same.
With devastating knockout power and a fan base that sees him as the sport's future, Gervonta "Tank" Davis has solidified his place as one of the sport's most exciting stars. But Floyd Mayweather doesn't fully celebrate Tank's rise to fame. Instead, he often finds ways to draw attention back to himself by showing off his own achievements to show how dominant he is. A lot of boxing experts think Floyd should accept that his time is up and Tank is now the man that everyone looks up to in the sport. They think Floyd should act as a mentor to the new generation and let them grow instead of fighting for attention or trying to overshadow Tank. Floyd's behavior, on the other hand, shows that he is upset that someone else has taken the throne he used to hold. Tank now gets all the attention that Floyd used to get, which could be due to jealousy. Floyd will always be a great boxer, but the sport is growing, and Tank is at the front of the pack. The best thing for Floyd to do would be to accept that his best days are behind him and help Tank without making it about him. There is no doubt that he is willing to do so, though.
Like, what? Nigga, that's ass backwards, bro. Like, no, dog. But, Gervonta Davis, man, a lot of people may say, he's arrogant or whatever the case may be, bro. I don't see it. I just see him playing for the internet. They say something, he say something back. You get what I'm saying? But listen to this, what Gervonta Davis had to say, and it was a good interview. At first, I ain't like it because it's like the interviewer, he from Gervonta Davis hood too, but it's like he also wanted the people to know that he's from.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't seem to want Gervonta "Tank" Davis to become more famous than him right away. It looks like he wanted to be in charge so Tank wouldn't go beyond what he thought was possible. Even though he saw himself as Tank's mentor, Tank just told everyone that Floyd forced him to fight Jose Pedraza. Not because it was the best thing for his job, but because Floyd supposedly wanted him to fail. At that time, Pedraza had already won a world title many times. Tank, a new fighter with not much experience, is in for a tough fight. A lot of people now think Floyd saw it as a chance to stop Tank's rise before it got going. Tank beat Pedraza easily and won the IBF super featherweight title, which was more than anyone expected. The fight wasn't a setback. Instead, it was a turning point that showed Tank's huge promise. Floyd might have been annoyed by Tank's unexpected success, which showed how much better he really was than he thought. When we look back, it's clear that Floyd wanted to set the pace for Tank's career. He probably had no idea that Tank would move up so quickly and eventually outgrow his race. Tank has become one of the biggest stars in fighting, and Floyd can't stop him anymore. The thing that was supposed to be a problem turned out to make Tank even more independent. He was meant to shine by himself.
When Gervonta Davis was talking about the beef between him and Floyd Mayweather and how he wanted him to lose against Jose Pedraza, when I watched the end, when they was announcing Tank as the winner, you can see Floyd Mayweather in the back, just looking salty, wiping his nose. He not even really clapping. He looking like, damn, this nigga beat the odds. But y'all, this shit is crazy. Look at this photo. Look how Floyd is looking at Gervonta like, damn, I wanted you to lose for real. The whole fight hit different. Y'all need to go watch it over. This shit crazy, fool. So if people don't know, allegedly the beef stemmed from Floyd Mayweather's daughter Snapchatting Gervonta on Snapchat. I'm guessing people when Floyd Camp got wind of that and they told Floyd like, hey, I think Gervonta knocking your daughter boots. Floyd said, Gervonta knocking my daughter boots? Nah. Then they showed him the proof. They like, look, the proof is in the pudding.
That's the end of today's movie. Watch out for what comes next. You will not want to miss any of the newest trouble or news in fighting.